The face is the mirror of the soul, but how can we take care of its health and its appearance at the same time? In this video, I'll tell you. And no, you're not just going to get aesthetic advice, you're going to learn what the best habits are for your skin and why its health cannot be separated from your overall health, what foods are ideal for skincare, and what facial care routine is optimal. The skin is an amazing and underestimated organ, the largest in the human body. Its main function is as a barrier. It separates and protects us from the dangerous outside world. But not only that, the skin synthesizes molecules with hormonal action like vitamin D. It regulates body temperature, allows us to feel and prevents us from dehydrating quickly. To understand today's video, you have to review the basic structure of the skin. The skin has 3 layers: epidermis, dermis, and hypodermis. It is also populated by appendages such as hair follicles, sebaceous glands, apocrine glands, and sweat glands. Understanding this, if you're here, it's because you're interested in slowing down skin aging as much as possible, especially on the face. And you should know that skin ages for 2 fundamental reasons. 1. Intrinsic aging, associated with our chronological age, just like the rest of the organs age. The skin, which is another organ, also ages. And extrinsic aging, the most interesting, associated with environmental factors such as chronic exposure to ultraviolet radiation, tobacco, environmental pollution, or sleep deprivation and poor nutrition. The first key pill is that your skin is as healthy or as unhealthy as you are. What does this mean? Well, you can't expect your skin to look good if you're sleeping 4 hours, if you smoke like a chimney, if you feed on fast food, and if you're more sedentary than Homer Simpson. A healthy and strong body will set the optimal conditions for your skin to also be healthy. And how could it be otherwise? The skin is not an inert wrapper. It is a fully living organ, just like your kidneys or your pancreas, right? Let's talk now about habits for your skin. In this sense, these are the most important habits. To improve skin health, quit smoking, one of the most damaging habits for your skin. You just have to look at the skin of a heavy smoker of the same age as a non-smoker. Much more wrinkled, deteriorated, and spotted. Dozens of toxic substances present in tobacco are also toxic to your skin cells. Maintain a reasonable sun exposure. Look at this photo, it's very curious. It's about a truck driver who for 29 years received several hours of sun exposure a day only on the left side of the face. Why? Well, because he was in the truck and in the cabin the sun only hit him through the left window because the right side was protected by the truck cabin. That's the cumulative power of sun exposure, and that's why we need to be very careful with this exposure. However, as I will argue later in the video, we shouldn't fear the sun. Sleep and rest. We have many studies like this one published in clinical and experimental dermatology that show that those who sleep more have skin that is more resistant to the damage of ultraviolet radiation and other skin stressors. Wow, the story of Sleeping Beauty isn't just a tale after all. Furthermore, sleep deprivation accelerates the skin's intrinsic aging process. Hormones like androgens, estrogens, and glucocorticoids significantly impact skin health. Excess male hormones can cause acne, while excess dihydrotestosterone can contribute to androgenetic alopecia in genetically susceptible people. Stress and anxiety. The skin and our nervous system share a lot in their embryological development. Stress, anxiety, and psychiatric pathologies are totally related to the health of your skin. Those with skin problems may have noticed flare-ups during times of stress, anxiety, or other issues. Digestive health. Just like the nervous system is related to the skin, the digestive system is also related, and it is no coincidence that many digestive intolerances course with skin symptoms and signs. Celiac disease or gluten intolerance also affect the skin and sometimes compromises the skin with problems like dermatitis herpetiformis, itching, partial and diffuse alopecia, or skin hyperpigmentation. In short, if you want to have healthy skin, you need to have a healthy digestive system. Let's now look at what foods will be suitable or beneficial for skincare on a nutritional level. Obviously, just by eating these foods you won't have perfect skin, but these are foods that, because of their macro and micronutrients, can help you have better skin health. Avocado. Avocado is one of the trendy fruits, but trends aside, it is a highly recommended food in almost all diets. Nearly all of its weight comes from water and monounsaturated fats like oleic acid, which is also found in olive oil. Apart from fats, avocado has potent antioxidants like vitamin E, tocopherol, vitamin A, and folate. You can have it directly in salads, or if you prefer and find it tastier, in the form of homemade guacamole. Pomegranate. Coming from the pomegranate tree, this fruit is one of the ones with the most antioxidants. Pomegranate seeds produce a compound called urolithin A during digestion. This compound triggers mitophagy, a process similar to autophagy but targeting mitochondria. Indeed, these cellular organelles need to be renewed periodically. We need to eliminate the damaged or dysfunctional mitochondria and let the ones that perform adequately remain. Bluefish, including sardines, bonito, herring, mackerel, melba, tuna, and swordfish, though tuna and swordfish have higher mercury levels, offer health benefits similar to the often discussed salmon. The key advantage of these fish is their high levels of essential omega-3 fatty acids, docosahexaenoic acid and eicosapentaenoic acid. These enhance skin quality and health while also providing cardiovascular and cognitive benefits. But there is another element worth mentioning in the case of salmon. It's astaxanthin, a potent marine antioxidant that gives its flesh a reddish color and has liver protective properties. It protects the liver. More about astaxanthin in this video on how to slow down aging. Needless to say, if you can, choose wild salmon whose omega-3 and astaxanthin content is significantly higher compared to that of farmed salmon. Extra virgin olive oil. We're talking about the healthiest source of fat there is. It contains potent antioxidants like oleuropein or hydroxytyrosol, which reduces the risk of fatty liver. Recently, 4 civilian researchers patented a formula using hydroxytyrosol and aloe vera to reduce damage from poor diet. Use it as your main source of fat for cooking and for dressing your salads. The sweet potato, also known as yam or batata, is an excellent carbohydrate source for athletes and active individuals. One of the most prominent nutrients in sweet potato is vitamin A. Vitamin A is a carotenoid, similar to astaxanthin or beta-carotene found in carrots. And it's a vitamin that has a hormonal action on the skin. Vitamin A is very present in the skin, and there it performs a photoprotective function. It protects your skin from damage caused by excess UV radiation. And now let's go with the ideal facial care routine. Skincare should focus on cleansing and hydration. And to achieve this, it is not necessary to spend a lot of money. In fact, if you're spending more than 40 or 50 euros on a product or cosmetic, you're probably paying for the brand and not the quality of the product. Basic products with scientific evidence do not cost more than 30, 40, 50 euros. Not all skin types are the same. Skin types include dry, oily, and combination. Depending on your skin type, you may need slightly different products or routines. In adolescence and youth, for example, oily skin predominates, but as we age, the skin tends to lose moisture and dry out. So let's look at elements that will help you maintain a youthful face for as long as possible. For skin cleansing, we will use a Syndet type cleanser without detergent. Why? Well, because it has a less alkaline pH that better preserves the skin's fatty mantle, which is rather acidic. Or we can also use micellar water. For oilier skin, choose a sebum regulating or exfoliating gel. Yes, it should always be the first step. First, we'll do the cleaning. Is it enough to just wash our face with water? Well, it works, but it's not enough to remove all the grease or oils that stay on the skin, so oilier skins usually require some additional product. As for hydration, when the skin is damaged, it progressively loses its barrier function and skin problems, aging, and dehydration appear. Moisturizers usually add components such as retinol, retinoic acid, vitamin C, ceramides, or hyaluronic acid. This is not a sponsored video at all, but the best brands and those with products with more scientific evidence are Eucerin, CeraVe, and La Roche. Apply the lotion or moisturizer after properly cleaning and drying the skin. Let's talk about retinoids. Retinoids are molecules that increase the so-called cell turnover of the epidermis, of the skin. They are molecules that help reduce skin pigmentation, decrease the depth of wrinkles by increasing collagen synthesis. Remember the collagen video we recorded recently? In that video, I explained how habits and collagen can prevent or reduce acne. Many retinoids exist and most are commercial products. Health products used under medical prescription. Probably retinol is the most known. Tretinoin or retinoic acid is another widely used retinoid, and then we have prescription retinoids with more potency but also with more side effects. And they are usually used for severe acne and other skin conditions. If you want a specific video about retinol, leave it in the comments. And now, let's talk about sunscreen. Ultraviolet A and B radiation from the sun causes photoaging. This is an indisputable fact. However, I am reluctant to use sunscreen under any circumstances and for any type of skin and at any time of the year, as controlled sun exposure is also necessary to optimize things like melatonin production, circadian rhythms, your mood, or even your inflammation levels. That is, I don't think we should be afraid of either the sun or sunscreens because both have benefits. In any case, those with lighter skin types and of course in the sunnier months, we should protect ourselves from the sun with these products, obviously, especially the face if we want to avoid premature aging. The golden rule would be to never get burned and avoid that obsession with tanning that is so widespread. Expose yourself to the sun with common sense and especially during the first and last hours of the day. That sun exposure is the healthiest, the one that has the most benefits in terms of circadian rhythms, mood, and at the same time the one that has the least risk of causing skin damage and burns. That's all for today's unique video, guys. If you want more videos about skincare, let me know in the comments below. See you soon, thank you for being there and keep empowering.